Hi, I'm Jeremiah Nolen, and I've been helping people create secure retirements for over a decade. Welcome to episode 1 of Retire with a Paycheck, where we're going to unpack why traditional retirement thinking is setting you up for failure. If you're watching this, you're probably asking yourself the same question I hear from clients every single day. How do I make sure I don't run out of money in retirement? Well, today I'm going to show you why everything you've been told about retirement planning is outdated, it's dangerous, and completely wrong for today's world. Let me paint you a picture of how retirement used to work. You see, your dad worked for the same company for 30 or 40 years. When he turned 65, he got a gold watch and a pension that sent him a check every month for life. Social Security covered the basics, and if he had a few $1,000s in CDs earning 5% at the bank, he was living pretty well. He didn't lose sleep over market crashes. He didn't have to become an investment expert overnight. The system took care of him. But here's the reality. That world is gone. Only about 7% of baby boomers still have a traditional pension. The rest of us, we're completely on our own. We've traded the security of a defined benefit plan for the uncertainty of 401ks, 403bs, and IRAs. And that trade-off has created a huge gap most people weren't prepared for. Here's what most people don't understand. Building wealth and distributing wealth are two completely different skill sets. You can be a great saver, a disciplined investor, even a high earner, and still struggle when it comes time to create reliable income in retirement. If you've ever asked a financial advisor how much you can safely withdraw in retirement, chances are they mention the 4% rule. That's the old rule of thumb that says you can pull 4% of your portfolio out each year and have a good chance of not running out of money. But here's the problem. Retirement doesn't happen in a vacuum. Markets crash, expenses spike, healthcare costs skyrocket. Inflation eats away your purchasing power, and then there's something called sequence of returns risk, something most have never even heard of until it's too late. Let me give you an example. Say the market drops 20% in the first few years of your retirement while you're making regular withdrawals. Even if the markets recover later, your portfolio might never catch up because you were pulling money out when the values went down. So no, the 4% rule isn't a plan, it's just a guess. Here's the truth. You can't retire with a portfolio, you need a paycheck. Markets move, portfolios fluctuate, but your bills, they don't care if the S&P 500 is up or down, the mortgage is still due, groceries still cost money, that grandchild's birthday is still on the calendar. If this is making you think differently about your own retirement plan, well, you're in the right place. Make sure you watch this entire series. Each episode builds on the last one. Most retirees today are expected to assemble a retirement income plan from scattered pieces, investments, Social Security, maybe an annuity, maybe not. Without a roadmap, it's like trying to build a car from a box of parts in a YouTube video. Most people wouldn't feel safe getting behind the wheel. Here's what I've learned after helping hundreds of people retire successfully. When a pension manager is responsible for paying retirees, they don't hope the market performs. They build a plan that ensures income. They use guaranteed instruments to meet core expenses, then invest the rest for long-term growth. In other words, they separate the money needed for security from the money intended for opportunity. That's the mindset today's retirees need. That's what I call thinking like a pension manager, not a day trader. And that's exactly what my Safe Bucket Blueprint is designed to provide. Structured income for today, growth for tomorrow, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. So in the next episode, we're going to dive deep into this mindset shift, learning to think like a pension manager instead of a day trader. Because when you understand this fundamental difference, everything else starts to make sense. I put together a free worksheet to help you assess where you stand right now. You can download the Retirement Reality Check in the description below. And if you're serious about creating a retirement you can count on, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any episodes. This series is designed to be watched in order. I'm Jeremiah Nolen, and I'll see you in episode 2.